All right, we be live. Hi, everyone. Make sure you have liked the stream. I'm going to be reviewing some crazy videos today. Let me see if you guys are here. So let me actually check the audio and see if the audio is working. Let me see. Yep, the audio is working. Okay, my headset Bluetooth is okay. Great. All right. Yes, please confirm also that you have liked the stream. In the live chat, Alfred is here, is highlighting your comments. So thank you so much, Alfred, for highlighting people's comments, so that your comments get to be part of the stream as well. Let's start actually.
We've got children.
Let's start with this most intense one, because this is crazy. I cannot believe this is even happening, right? So I know you guys know that there was protests in the UK. There are a lot of people who are being labeled as far right. Came out. Some of them did some horrible things, and now they're being it's guilt by association. The entire movement, the entire people who are trying to protect their country, they're now all being labeled as violent and or fascist or far right or whatever. Anyways, then there was a counter protest. People came in, to do a counter protest to fight the racists. You could see their signs saying "Smash fascism and racism." And one thing interesting about these, I was looking at the protests, and thank you so much for Susanna, Dolly, and others who helped me prepare for the stream. And they sent me a lot of videos to review. Guys, please make sure that you're mentioning in the live chat that you have liked the stream, so that Alpha could highlight it, so that other people see that you're liking the stream. One interesting thing that I saw from all these protests is that I did not see a single, I mean, I'm sure there must have been somewhere, one at least somewhere. Like, I'm not saying it didn't exist. Maybe there was one. Maybe we'll see one today. But I didn't see a single flag of the UK. Why? Like, why is that? Can somebody explain to me? Like, these people are concerned about what? About their country going the wrong way, right? So you're coming out and protesting. You're protesting against fascism and racism to save what exactly, right? To save this country? I mean, is your concern your country? Why am I seeing Palestine flags everywhere in your counter racism protests? Like, why are you people not holding the British flag? Is like the British flag, is that now racist? Is that a symbol of fascism? Why are these people not British? Are the anti-racist, are the so-called anti-racist people not British? Are they against their own country? I mean, the fact that you don't carry British flag, UK flag, and you have Palestinians flags instead, kind of suggests that the other side has some legitimate concerns, right? Because the other side, I mean, which you are all trying to label as all fascists and racist, there are some people who try to use that movement, use that wave to, express their racism, express their bigotry, and I don't know, go attack a mosque or whatever. And then you like that because you want to label the whole thing as racist. But wouldn't the fact that you guys have Palestinian flags instead of UK flags kind of suggest that maybe there are some people on the other side, not the racist one, not the violent ones, but some other ones maybe on the other side that they have some legitimate concerns that their country is not being protected, because it's obvious that you guys are not here to protect the country. Yeah, so Levantix is saying they don't like the idea of a nation state. They think of nationalism, of national socialism. Yes, this is a problem that we're having here. This is the reason. What Levantix just said is the main reason. I want people to understand this. It's the main reason why Islamists and far leftists, which includes the Marxists and the Wokistani Mujahideen, right? This is what they share in common. The idea of nationalism being an issue, a radical ideology that needs to be destroyed. And us liberals should be very concerned about that, because the whole point of liberalism, like the whole idea of liberalism, can only be defended as of right now, like with the social structures that we have right now, within the framework of a nation state. It's very important for you to understand this. The idea of liberalism could only be protected within the framework of a nation state. And the reason why leftists, many leftists, far leftists, and Islamists like each other is because they're against this idea together, right? The Islamists either want to bring a caliphate, if they're Sunni, or an imamate, if they're Shia. Either way, they want to crush the nation state as a concept because it's a Western concept. And the far leftists, they want to destroy the concept of a nation state to bring their, I don't know, utopia. You know, they're just, I mean, they don't even think about what they want to bring after because they're more in their, at least the Islamists want to build something after. I mean, it's a terrible thing that they want to build after. But most of the leftists, they want to just destroy for the sake of destruction. Anyway, so that's one thing I noticed from these protests, not having British flags in them. I don't know if you guys agree with me on that or not. But also, Tom is saying, no nations, no borders was an old leftist claim which got hijacked by global corporations. By global corporations? But hijacked by global corporations. I don't know what you're talking about. Global corporations is what makes life worth living. I don't know what you're talking about. So global corporations, first of all, what do you mean by global corporations? Are you talking about corporations that work, that trade across borders? Because, yeah, whatever there's a demand for, corporations will try to sell it. But one reason why we have nice things is corporations that manage to be grown enough to be able to sell across borders. I don't know what you guys have against corporations, right? Anyways, I'm a liberal, guys. Here, I'm a liberal. I'm pro-capitalism. So let me see what we have here. Let me actually bring up the notes for this first video. What video? Which video is this one? Let me refresh this. So this is video number. Oh, this is insane. This video that I'm going to show. Okay, so this is video number 4. Which the note, why is this so dark? Okay, now I can see stuff. Let me try again. Okay, that's fantastic. All right, this is a labor counselor that is calling for genocide of anti-immigration Englishmen. It's really hard to believe that this is the case. So this guy is like a, let's just watch it. Let me actually, who is this guy? This is a labor counselor for it's a labor counselor. So his name is Ricky Jones, I think. Am I getting this right? Yes. Let's listen to what he said. Oh yeah. So by the way, this is interesting because this is supposed to be an anti-racist, anti-fascism rally, right? And just imagine if what he said, I'm going to play to you what he's saying in this rally. And just imagine if you heard something like this from the so-called far right side. Imagine how much of a headline news that would be, how much it would just be playing on repeat over and over and over and over again, right? I mean, to be fair, this guy hasn't been charged, right? But he has been arrested, but not charged. Last time I checked. So he has been arrested for what he's saying. To be fair, I don't want to be biased here. I don't want to give you the whole picture. But this would have been a bombshell. What he's saying here, if you heard somebody from the far right side saying something like this, it would be spreading everywhere. But let's listen to what he's saying.
They hurt. We've got children and women using those trains, destroying the submarine.
Wait, how did he start?
They hurt. We've got children and women using those trains, destroying the submarine. They are disgusting, nasty bastards, and we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all. I just want to say thank you all. I'm going to leave it now. And free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Thank you. God bless you all. Thank you so much.
Okay, so look at this part. I want you to pay attention to certain details when he said that, before he said free Palestine, right? Look at this. So he's talking about the people on the other side, the people who they call far right, right? So he says that we have to get rid of them all. I'm not going to do the thing that he did because somebody might clip it and make it seem like I'm threatening people. But he did the cutting of throats with a knife, thing, basically he wants to kill all of them. Listen to this again. Look at the screen.
We've got children and women using those trains, destroying the summer holidays. They are disgusting, nasty fascists, and we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all.
Get rid of them all. So now look exactly when he said that. Look at the reaction of the people around him. Okay.
Disgusting, nasty fascists, and we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all.
So that lady to her left, she was like, "What is she saying?" And she's laughing it off. Like, okay. She's like, look at the woman to her left. She's noticed that she did the knife thing, the cutting of throats, gesture when he was telling you we need to get rid of all the patriots and all the nationalists and all the people from the other side. At first, she was like, "Oh my God, is this too extreme?" But then she saw the crowd reacting to it positively. So she joined back in. So she noticed exactly what he's saying, and at first she was like, maybe this is too much, but then she changed her mind. Look at this.
And we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all.
So look, she's like moving away from him a little bit, and she's like, what are, like, look at her, like, oh, is this too much? And people are like saying, yeah, and then she goes back in. Look at this. She look at her hand. She doesn't know if she was, like, other people are clapping. Look at her. She's like, should I be clapping for this? So she does a clap because she wants to participate in this crowd, but then she doesn't, look at her hand. And then she doesn't follow through. So is it a clap or am I just holding my hands? Hold on. Did you see that? Isn't that amazing? One more time.
Need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all.
This is what she did. Oh my God, this is so good. All right. Yes. So Gene noticed this next thing I wanted to show you is that lady from Amnesty International clapping for genocide while holding signs. Like, people are holding a sign that says refugees are welcome, right? And also, look, people are holding signs saying fascism, smash fascism. And he's the guy's asking for genocide, and people are clapping, and they're holding signs that says smash fascism. Oh God, the irony! Oh my God, the irony is amazing. And the lady from Amnesty International is clapping for a request for genocide. So that lady, I don't know. Okay, let's be fair here. I just want to be really fair here. Okay. I'm going to assume you didn't hear what this man was saying, okay? Because this is horrible. This is a horrible look for Amnesty International. Because look, she's clapping for genocide. Hold on, look at this.
And we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all.
Look at the lady behind her, the lady with the glasses, with the Amnesty International, shirt. Like, she is from Amnesty International, right? So she's not wearing that just because it looks good or whatever. She's not just being fashionable. She is an Amnesty International person. And look, she's clapping for genocide. So because she's holding the refugee sign, she's not clapping like this, but she's going like this. She's clapping like this. So look at her. Oh yeah, let's go. All these people.
And we need to cut all their throats and get rid of them all.
Look at. Yeah. Oh yeah, let's go kill them all. Wow, amazing. By the way, YouTube, I'm not endorsing violence. I'm just showing people who are endorsing violence, and I'm calling them out. Okay. Wow, Amnesty International with the priorities. By the way, regarding the sign that she's holding, let me actually say something about refugees being welcome somewhere. Okay. You know what? I completely agree. Refugees should be welcome. You know how you could welcome refugees? Like when I say refugees, I'm not talking about economic migrants. I'm talking about actual legal refugees. Do you know how you could actually take better care of refugees, people who actually need the asylum system to save their lives? You could stop mass migration. If you stop mass migration, then you are going to have enough resources and enough manpower to actually take care of legitimate refugees by stopping mass migration. So maybe you could stop mass migration so you could actually welcome real refugees. How about that? How about you try that, huh? Anyways. So that was that. Let me actually play the whole thing.
They are disgusting, nasty.
Yeah, so lady, actually bring that back again. The lady on the right, I don't know who she is. I think I have a video of her as well today. People are saying she's the lady who crashed Nigel's speech. So I don't know who she is. You guys from UK know this stuff. So mention, guys, all the stuff that I don't know, leave it in the comments, and Alfred would be highlighting that so that it becomes more of a complete stream, so people could see your comments being highlighted, right? So thank you so much for all. This is the great thing about the show, right? It's more complete because the audience participating and their comments are being put on the screen. So it's like you guys are part of the show. You guys are making the show with me. So thank you for that, right? So let's
And we need to cull their throats and get rid of them all. I just want to say thank you all. I'm going to leave it now. And free Palestine! Free Palestine! Free Palestine! Thank you. God bless you all.
And also, by the way, with regards to the for people who are new here, I completely agree. Free Palestine, please, free Palestine. The best way to free Palestine is to support Israel. No force in the world is doing more than the Israel army to free Palestine from the disease that is Hamas. So please support the Palestinian people. Let Israel fight against all these people who are anti-Israeli. The only hope the Palestinians have is for Israel to be able to finish the job and destroy Hamas, to save the Palestinian people from Hamas. So please, free Palestine from Hamas. I completely agree with that chat. We did get a super chat by the Seal of the Prophet. So thank you. That's a good username. Thank you so much. From Israel. 15 shekels from Israel, saying, "Stop being so insensitive, Armin. They are clearly just passionate about their culture. Please be respectful." I'm sorry. Yes, I'm sorry. I would be so insensitive. Okay, this is their culture. Okay, so let's actually, given that we're talking about this woman on the right, maybe I should bring up her video, see what she has to say. What is the city? This is in, I don't know how to pronounce your. This is Waltha. Okay, I don't know how to pronounce this. Okay, Walthamstow. Maybe I could get Google to pronounce it for me. It doesn't matter. You guys know where it is. Okay, people from UK know where it is. Okay, so this is the same rally, same woman. Let me see the context for this video. What is this? Okay, this is video number 8. So people are just saying this is just shows that Israel is being hateful. Is there a caption? So this is the leader of this rally, Waltha. I don't know how to pronounce this. This is okay. Actually, let me get Google to pronounce this for me. Pronunciation. Walthamstow. The name. All right, so this was the rally in Walthamstow last Wednesday, and this is the leader apparently of this rally. So this is a rally. The name of this rally was called "Stand Up to Racism." Of this, okay, so this is the SWP. Okay, people, they loathe labor just as much as the Tories. Okay, so this is another party. Want to take, but that man was from Labor, but this woman isn't. All right, so let's see what she has to say.
Silence for too long. Nobody represents us. We've had conservative politicians whipping up racism and Islamophobia. We have Labour who won't call it out either. What's Yvette Cooper doing? It's no good coming out against extremism. You've got to name this for the racism and the Islamophobia that it is. That's what's taking place on our streets today. We are not having it in Walthamstow. We are not having far-right terror on our streets. It's not going to happen here. We're going to make sure of it.
All right, so she's from the Social Workers Party. Am I correct, guys? People in the UK, can you let me know if this lady is from the Social Workers Party? So she's like, we're not gonna have it. So it's like nobody is listening to us. So yeah, this lady is from the Social Workers Party, SWP. Oh wow, look at this image, amazing. So I found a picture of her. Wow, beautiful. Look at this. Screen share. So she's like being anti-hateful and all that. But let me show you this. Let me show you what I found. Is this her? Wait, hold on. How come this image is not open? There we go. Found it. Is this her, guys? This is her, isn't it? So she's like anti-racism, anti-hate. That's her? Yeah, I mean, it says social workers. And it says from the river to the sea. So basically asking for genocide of Jewish people. Asking for the wiping out of Israel as a nation state, right? Yeah, it is her. Wow. Okay. Wow. The anti-fascist, the anti-hate, the anti-racism people are actually promoting genocide. Wow. Wow. Amazing. Amazing. Very nice. Very nice. Again, not very nice, YouTube. Genocide is not nice. We're against these people. Okay. We're against these people. Anyways, let's go to this next video from these bloody racists in the anti-racist rally. What is this video? Let me put this back here. What video? This is video number 2. What's the context for the video number 2? There's so many good things here. Right, so this is March Against Racism, and this is in Birmingham. So this is what a lot of people are proud of, because there's so many people came out in response to the far right and like, oh, we stopped the far right, right? So look at the people who stopped the far right. Look at, yeah, sure, they stopped. They were supposed to be, again, they're not far right. That's just their label, right? There was supposed to be another patriotic, nationalist rally for people to come out and protest against mass migration. And people came out, a large number of people came out to have anti-racism rallies all over the UK, and they stopped those protests. And they're so proud of it. Like, people are celebrating it. The police is celebrating it. Oh, Dolly, I think, did you have the video included of the police coming and saying salam alaikum and can you send that to me? Because I didn't have that included in the list of videos that I have. There was a video of a police coming out and thanking these protesters, starting with saying assalamu alaikum to thank the protesters for stopping the far right. But again, we want to see the nature of these, what they have to say, what the protest was representing, what their views are. And so you can see this is Migrants Make Our NHS. Again, yeah, migrants, the issue is not migrants. Every country could benefit from migrants if it's done right, if it's done legally, if it's done in a limited way, if it's based on skill shortages, if it's based on strict rules and based on based on the metrics that the economic people experts come and analyze. If it's not mass migration, if it's controlled, if it's regulated, it can benefit the country. Obviously, it can, right? But you're not listening to what the other side is saying. The other side, like, you're flooding the system. There's no way. This is not even good for the migrants. You're ruining the country. If they're coming to this country, it's because this country is great. The way that you're flooding the country with migrants is not going to even be a place where people would want to go to. But Dolly, if you have that video, please send it to me. Anyways, let's watch this one first.
Refugees are welcome here. Refugees are welcome here.
So today we were just at a protest outside a refugee centre because there was supposed to be a demonstration by the EDL and they were going to attack this centre.
By the EDL, I mean, isn't the EDL kind of over? I mean, what? I think they just. What are you talking about? They attack the center. They're going to do a I don't know.
And they were going to.
Is this guys like? Let me know, people from the UK. Are they just calling everything they don't like EDL, or is this actually the EDL?
To attack this centre based on the fact that it's an immigration centre, and so the community came out today.
Were they going to attack it? I mean, if they were going to attack it, I condemn it as well. I mean, you didn't let them come there. Were they going to protest in front of it, or were they going to attack it? Right? So how do you know they're going to attack it? How do you know they're going to attack it? I mean, if they were going to attack it, I condemn it. They shouldn't be attacking any buildings, right? If they were protesting in front of it, then that should have been allowed. So how do you know, lady, that they were going to attack it?
The community came out today to help protect the refugees here and let them know that they're welcome and that we wouldn't allow these.
Yeah, again, refugees are not. You're not welcoming refugees because you're letting in people take advantage of your asylum system, processing system. They're flooding it. They're not refugees. They're economic migrants. And the people who are saying refugees are welcome here, they're actually not welcoming refugees. They're not welcoming legitimate refugees. A lot of refugees are not able to make it in anymore because you have flooded the system with economic migrants.
Fascist thugs to attack them.
Send a message that this city is unified. It is a disgrace that we have people in this city fearful of being attacked by fascists.
No, this protest.
Yeah, so people are saying Tommy said that the EDL dissolved 10 years ago. Yeah, and Tommy himself left the EDL because racist people were joining it, and Tommy was not happy with the racist people changing EDL, so Tommy himself left the EDL because of racism.
This counter demonstration, it was peaceful. We're here to say that we're kicking fascists off the streets. We're standing up for our communities. It's not to incite violence or hatred. It's to come together. And I think people need to understand it.
I mean, where are the guys? Like, why are they? You guys are here to. What has this got to do with Palestine? Why is everybody holding a Palestinian flag? And why you people are supposed to be saving this country from fascists and racists? Well, why are you not? Why is nobody holding a UK flag? Like this actually shows how legitimate the concern from the other side is. You have no sympathy for this country. You don't like this country. You're not part of this country. They think that their country is being taken away. This country is being destroyed, and people are like, no, you're wrong, and we will protest against you. And then they look at you and like, yeah, there's no love for this. You have Palestinian flags. You spent enough time to bring a flag, and it wasn't the flag of this country. So the other side, like, okay, maybe we're right. Maybe you guys are people who don't love this country, who are not trying to defend this country. Okay.
You're coming to protest against anti-fascism, against anti-racism. You need to understand it's not about violence. That's what the fascists want. They use violence because that's the only thing they have.
Well, okay, here's the thing. But what about, first of all, you see, you people had somebody in there that was asking for violence, right? And also a lot of the Islamists who are on your side, they also want violence, right? But I'm not going to generalize all of you saying that you all want violence. Every movement, every protest is going to have some idiots and some violent people in it. And we will condemn the violent parts and hear the other part. The other part that has legitimate grievances or even illegitimate grievances. As long as there are grievances, they should be listened to and they should be heard. So I'm not going to paint all of you with the same brush. I notice you guys have some people who want violence in there, but the rest of you, okay, what do you have to say? Let's listen to what you have to say. You're going to protest? Okay, let's listen to what you have to say. But why are you not doing that to the other side? You're like, oh, these are fascists. They want to do violence. Do all of them are all of them? Like what percentage of them attacked the mosque? What percentage of them did violence? Are you going to dismiss the entirety of the points that they're making because some of them committed violence? Because if we use that standard, then your protest should be dismissed as well. You have a lot of Islamists in you, Islamists who want to commit violence. You have even a lot of that labor counselor. He just showed in your protest that he wants to commit violence. I'm like, oh, okay, well, that doesn't represent us. Well, the other side is going to say the same thing. The people who attack the mosque, yeah, it doesn't represent their entire movement. So listen to that. Take them seriously. If you don't listen to them, if you don't take them seriously, then the violent part of it is going to grow. Because when they feel you are the ones you are the people who say riots are the language of the unheard. So stop it from being a riot by listening. That's what you guys say. By the way, you misquote Martin Luther when he says that, because he wasn't endorsing riots. He was just warning about it. You're in the street, guys. Can somebody tell me, like, oh my God, these racist people in the UK are far right and they're anti-immigrant. Let's have a protest against them. Okay, what are we going to chant? Free, free Palestine. Wait, what? What has this got to do with anything? Like, you guys have a different agenda. It seems like you guys have a different agenda. What has Palestine got to do with this?
We need government to show strong leadership and deal with this issue of racism.
Again, I'm not saying the other side is racist. I'm like saying, if this is your narrative, if this is what you believe, then say like, oh, like your chance. Why is your main chance free Palestine? It just shows that you guys are it just shows what your agenda is, and it shows how concerned the other side should be. So what is this guy saying?
We need government to show strong leadership and deal with this issue of racism once and for all. We are a multicultural, multicolored, multifaceted society, and it's time.
Yeah, the other side has all these people in there. The other side has all these. In fact, the other side has more diversity because they have Iranians, they have Arabs, they have Pakistani, they have black people, but they also have Israelis. Okay, that's one thing you guys don't have as much. So yeah, they're more diverse than you.
Deal with this issue of racism once and for all. We are a multicultural, multicolored, multifaceted society, and it's time now that is embraced, not celebrated. Embraced, and that's the most important thing. We need to put an end to this. And one thing I'm prepared to do, I've even sat down with Tommy Robinson before, quite happy to do it again. Have those difficult conversations, because that's the only way we are going to make our streets safer. When I see women saying, I am not going out today, when I see kids not wanting to go out to play, is this the future of Britain? No way, not on my watch.
It's funny how he mentions Tommy when he wants to talk about racism, given that Tommy is one of the most anti-racist people I know in the UK. So I don't know why do you think like, we're against, we should stop racism. I'm going to have a talk with Tommy. If you want to stop racism, then maybe endorse Tommy, maybe support Tommy, because he's more anti-racist than you are. He's more anti-racist than you are. And also he's like, the government should stop racism. Can somebody explain to me how is the government supposed to stop racism? I found the video, by the way. Twitter download video. The video that I wanted to show you guys, I found it because they could see what they are doing. Let me download this for you guys and have it ready. When is this from? This is quite. Oh yeah, this is just quite recent. Okay, so let's watch the rest. Yeah, when they here's my question. When they want the government to come and stop racism, that means like, I'm against racism, but I don't want the government to come stop racism. I want us to stop racism, because the government stopping racism, that means morality police. That means thought policing. That means basically limiting freedom of expression. I don't want the government. That's the government should just provide safety and security. And if it wants to make people have better thoughts, it shouldn't give them those thoughts. It should just create a framework where people could have better have better thinking process. Like, for example, in the education system, just teaching people critical thinking skills, educating people, and having, giving people good enough access for them to come up with their own conclusion. But other than that, the government's role is to make the environment safe enough for people that they could challenge each other. And if anybody is supposed to be stopping racism, it should be civilians, not the government itself, because that's too much government overreach if they do that.
I've even sat down with Tommy Robinson before. Quite happy to do it again. Have those difficult conversations, because that's the only way we are.
Well, how are you gonna have conversations with him when he's banned everywhere? Like, I saw Harris Sultan had a conversation with him. Like, the guy is, and YouTube just completely made it invisible, right? So yeah, let's have these difficult conversations. Well, you're trying to shut the other side down. The other side doesn't get to express itself. The other side is censored. The other side gets the police knocking at its door when they want to express themselves. How are you going to have a conversation when one side is promoted and the other side is silenced? That's not a fair conversation.
Because that's the only way we are going to make our streets safer. When I see women saying, I am not going out today, when I see kids not wanting to go out to play, is this the future of Britain? No way.
Yeah. So that it shouldn't be the future of Britain, okay? But why are you saying only one side? So it's completely true. I'm not going to deny that the other side has some violent thugs in it. The side that both sides have violent thugs in them, right? And the government should come and provide security from the violent thugs of both sides. But you guys are saying only one side of it. Your side also, every movement, as if it grows large enough, is going to have some idiots and some violent thugs in them. And you should call it out. And you should call it out. And the government is responsible to provide security for everybody. Okay, including the Muslims, migrants, even illegal migrants. They should feel safe in this country, right? The government's main role is to provide safety and security for everyone in that land, right? So yeah, of course you guys should feel safe. But why are you not saying that they also are feeling unsafe from, many of the migrants, illegal migrants that are coming in? They feel unsafe. Do you see that the feel of the lack of safety that you're feeling, that they're also feeling? Like, even if you think it's exaggerated, the concern is there. The fear is there. So if you want the government to take your fear seriously, take their fear seriously. Like, listen to them. If you want people to become less violent, make them feel heard. That's the only solution. Well, it's not the only solution, but it's one of the main solutions, is to make them feel heard.
My watch.
This is
Wait, what was that sign? What was that sign? Hold on. No place for hate. Okay. Because here's the thing. Here's another thing. These are the people who are saying, like, oh, we're feeling unsafe and the government should come and stop these racists. Some of them are the same people who hold the sign saying, no justice, no peace. So yeah, like, basically they brag about that we're going to stir shit up and we're going to break things if we don't get our version of justice.
This is Birmingham. It's a proud city, black, white and brown, all sorts of religions, all sorts of nations. And it's times like this where we all stand together.
Yeah, here's the thing. Nobody's saying that people with different religions and different ethnicities shouldn't be standing together. The other side have people of different religions and different ethnicities on their side as well. So nobody's saying that. People are calling for order, for law and order, for some regulations, for some limitations on this mass migration. Here's the thing. Your country, let me tell you, but the amount of mass migration that you're welcoming to your country, you wouldn't even be able to maintain law and order and process the migrants, even if you wanted to. The numbers are just astronomically high. Like, even if the government wants to, like, okay, let's regulate this properly. Let's just actually look at every migrant and actually make sure that they're coming in is legal. Well, they can't do that. The amount of resources that you need to be able to maintain law and order, to regulate them after they come, to provide stability, to actually make sure every migrant is somebody that is going to be contributing and not at risk. With this amount of number that are coming in, it's impossible for them to do that. You don't have enough resources. Just lower numbers. Here's the thing. I know that most British people want the numbers to be lowered, okay? Because and even people who are pro-migration, they're like, yeah, I'm pro-migration, but this is insanity. This is insanity. You know how I know this? Because every party, the Tories, okay, but it's not just the Tories and Reform. It's also the Labour Party that says, like, yeah, we're going to promise that we're going to reduce the numbers, and then they come to power and they don't reduce the numbers. So I know that the UK people want these numbers to be reduced, because if they didn't want that, the leaders of these parties wouldn't be promising that. They know that's what the people want. They always promise that. It's not just the Conservatives that promise that. It's the Labour that promises that as well. But then when they come to power, they don't lower the numbers. So I know that most UK people want these numbers to be lower, or else these politicians wouldn't be promising it for them to get elected.
And we stand against racism, Islamophobia.
How is it racism? Okay, first of all, Islamophobia is a good thing. I mean, if you mean being anti-Islam, I mean, it shouldn't be called Islamophobia. But why you're against Islamophobia? So what are you going to do about it? Like, you're going to tell people not to express their opinions about Islam? But how is this racism? How is it like, okay, yeah, people should be able to come in, and I'm not a racist. I just think that no country, even the countries that these people are coming from, would not be able to maintain stability if the migrants were coming in like that. Like, here's the thing, okay? I'm Iranian, right? I could tell you that the Iranian migrants who have went to Western countries legally are a net benefit for the countries that these Iranians went to, okay? But the same country, the Iranians, if you flood any country with Iranians without any regulation and process, it's going to be bad for the country. It's going to be bad for the country that is welcoming the Iranians in. But here's the other side. Iran itself is suffering from mass migration from Afghanistan. And there are many amazing people from Afghanistan in Iran that are educated, that went through a legal process to come to Iran, and those people from Afghanistan that came from Afghanistan to Iran, they're right now a net benefit to Iran. However, the mass migrants, the illegal migrants that are coming from Afghanistan to Iran with the large numbers, they are now a threat to the stability and the peace and the economy of Iran. So the countries that these people are coming from, they also suffer if they don't regulate migrations coming to their country. This is not racism. This is just a fact. Anyways.
We stand against that as long as you can see here today.
Oh, look at this. These are the anti-racist people, by the way, in the live chat. So, one of these anti-racists in the live chat saying, "You are a coconut, all white on the inside." So because I'm Iranian, right? He's calling me a coconut, basically saying that I'm brown outside, but it's because I am, standing up to mass migration and I'm supporting liberal values. He's saying I'm a coconut because I'm a white inside, right? So these are the so-called anti-racist people. Fantastic. This is the anti-racism that we're dealing with. Like, oh my God. I don't even know how to respond to this because I just have to highlight it. Oh, we did get a super chat, £5 super chat from Tesba saying, the left are willfully blind to the real reasons behind it all. Tommy talks sense. All right, so it's not all of the left, right? So let's not generalize because they're generalizing. Let's not do what they're doing, right? It's some of the left, right? So again, I have no problem with the left as long as it's the liberal left. And I have no problem with the right as long as it's the liberal right, right? So we have illiberal left. So there's three, I'll simplify it to you, okay? We have three types of leftist, right? Liberal leftist and two types of illiberal leftist, which is Marxist leftist and wokey leftists, okay? But we also have some liberal leftists that have been fooled by wokey leftists. They try to be liberal and they are supporting things that are not liberal. And the right-leaning people, we have the liberal right-leaning people and the illiberal right-leaning people are the people who are actually racist or homophobic or misogynist. That's the illiberal right, right? But the right-leaning people who are supporting their nation state, they're patriotic, they're against mass migration, that is not illiberal. That is actually one of the most important liberal principles, is to defend your nation state. All right, let's continue with this. Again, look, Palestinian flags everywhere. Do you see a UK flag among these? No.
People from all over the city, and we're here to show
What does that sign say? Stop shaking it.
and we're here
Racists off our streets. Racists off our streets, okay?
to show everyone, not only in Birmingham but across the country, that Birmingham is a safe space for everybody to go about your business. And whenever we call a gathering like this, it's not a gathering for violence or to fight anybody. It's a gathering of unity to show all the families out there that they are absolutely safe.
You say unity, but you're being very selective. Like, you're not, when you say safety and unity, you're being very selective about who this applies to, right? Are you also going to advocate for safety of British people who might feel like the migrants are going to make their lives less safe? Are you talking about, when you're talking unity, are you talking about British people who support Israel or Zionists? You support that? Are you talking about unity? If you want unity with Muslims believe that Islam is amazing. Islam is a great religion, right? Where people, but then at the same time, the British people who are against Islam, who don't like Islam, so Muslims are anti-other religions, right? You have to be against other religions. If you're a Muslim, you should be against Christianity and Judaism and atheism. You have to be, right? And you are united with Muslims, even though they're against other religions. So how come if somebody is against Islam, would you be united with them? Can you agree that would you unite with people who you disagree with, or are you just being? I mean, what sort of unity is this? If it's this selective, it's not unity, and it's divisive. You say unity, but it's divisive because you cannot accept people who have different. So here's the thing: the diversity that you guys want is skin deep, right? You want diversity in skin color, ethnicity, in things that don't matter. But when it comes to the diversity of opinion, you have no tolerance. You have tolerance over things that don't matter. Like, it's obvious, yeah, who cares about skin color? That's the diversity that you want. But when people, your tolerance all of a sudden goes out the window as soon as somebody has a different opinion than you. Tesla gave us another £2 super chat. Tesla was saying, I agree with you, words limited on super chat. Yeah. Well, thank you. I kind of know that you guys agree. I'm just very... I just try to use your super chats or your comments as an excuse to just add my own comments to it. But I know you guys probably agree, like, when I agree with me once I explain my position. But yeah, thank you so much for your support, Tesla. I myself, by the way, guys, have both leftist and right-leaning views, right? Like, I don't know if I should call myself left-leaning or right-leaning. I see some of my opinions could categorize as left-leaning, and some of my opinions could be categorized as right-leaning. Let's look at this this view. What is this? What is this video? This is insane. This is, if this title is correct, 50-year-old lady arrested by how do you say this? By police for an inaccurate post. So let's see what the post was.
Now, and a woman has been arrested by Cheshire Police in relation to an inaccurate information on social media about the attacker in the Southport murders. It says a 55-year-old woman from near Chester was arrested earlier today, Thursday the 8th, of course, on suspicion of publishing written material to stir up racial hatred and false communications. She is currently being held in police custody. Chief Superintendent Alison Ross has also made a statement.
No way, guys, this is fake. Please tell me this is fake news. There's no way that people are being arrested for that.
Statement saying that this is in relation to a post which has been fueled by malicious and the protest rather has been fueled by malicious and inaccurate communications online. It is a stark reminder of the dangers of posting information on social media platforms without checking the accuracy. It's also a warning that we are all accountable for our actions.
Wait, so you could be arrested for being wrong? No. Okay, so honestly, I sometimes they say me like, oh, somebody was arrested for their Facebook post. Okay, I'm like, oh my god, that's insane. And then I go look at their Facebook post, and they were actually asking for people to go and commit violence or destroy property. I'm like, okay, this is an incitement to violence. I'd have like, I'm not gonna criticize the police for arresting that person if there's a Facebook post is like actually inciting people to go commit violence. But this is insane. Listen. I mean, I think I misheard this. Let's listen to this again. Is this real, guys?
Now, and a woman has been arrested by Cheshire police.
55-year-old woman arrested for just having the wrong opinion or basically being misinformed
in relation to an inaccurate information on social media about the attacker in the Southport.
So she was wrong, okay? And again, I am against people who post things without fact checking, okay? That's bad, guys. Please make sure you fact check something before you post it, okay? Please do that. Please double check, triple check. It's irresponsible for you to post things without checking what the hell is happening. Or if you're unsure, just say that you're unsure. It's wrong. But you shouldn't be arrested for being wrong. Arrested for being wrong. Arrested for having the wrong opinion. For saying something that is arrested for that. That is insane. That is insane. You arrest people if they're inciting violence, sure. But for being wrong, this makes no sense. This can't be real.
Murders. It says a 55-year-old woman from near Chester was arrested earlier today, Thursday the 8th, of course, on suspicion of publishing written material to stir up racial hatred and false communications. She is currently being held in police custody. Chief Superintendent Alison Ross has also made a statement saying that this is in relation to a post which has been fueled by malicious and the protest rather has been fueled by malicious and inaccurate communications online. It is a stark reminder of the dangers of posting information on social media platforms without checking the accuracy. It's also a warning that we are all accountable for our actions.
Who's going to make you accountable if you're wrong about what information is correct? This is wrong think. This is basically wrong think. As some people in the live chat mentioned, this is 1984. This is insane. What the hell? Man, we're going down a path. Is there not enough challenge to this in the UK? Like, do we not have people within the legal system that value free speech, that are patriotic, that could basically stand up to this? Like, do we not have enough of a pushback against this for the government to just be able to arrest people for the wrong opinions? Like, why is the government not afraid of its people? Like, every government should be concerned. Like, why is the UK just like, why is there not enough of a resistance towards this? I mean, the UK is one of the main countries that gave the world the gift of Enlightenment values, one of the most important, one of them being freedom of expression. And a lot of people don't understand that what we're saying here, because if somebody is spreading false information, well, that's bad. But when we say that shouldn't be illegal, people think that we're endorsing spreading fake news. No, the spread of fake news should be responded to, but not like this. Not like this. It should be challenged. It should be like other people with the right opinion should be. The best way to fight bad ideas is with good ideas, not with silencing bad ideas, not with shutting it down, not with censoring, not with making it illegal. That's not how do you not know that this is not the right way? The UK and France and the rest of Western European countries have showed the world that this is not the way. This is not the way. How come these ideas that came out of Western Europe is now being betrayed in Western Europe? Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Like we know, like we have, but this is like at least when the Enlightenment thinkers were introducing these ideas, it was just theory. It was just rationalism. There was no empiricism behind it. They could have been right. They could have been wrong. Like when John Stuart Mill was defending, and Voltaire, when these people were defending freedom of expression, we didn't know if they were right. It just sounded good. It just sounded rational, but we didn't know if it was right. It was philosophy. It was rationalism. But now we know they were right, because now we have the data. We have empirical. It's the superiority of empiricism over rationalism. We have seen that these ideas work. Why are you violating them? Why are you going against them? We know that this is not the right way. I don't know what to say. Let's do. Oh, so by the way, guys, Alfred had to go. Something happened. He might be back, or maybe not. We'll see. But Mary Alex, thank you so much for the 250 euro super sticker. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, and also, as Oral said, wrong think, exactly. And this guy, oh no, I already highlighted this guy. There's some guy really butthurt in the live chat. This guy is really, really butthurt. He's like so angry. Wow, look at this. He said, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to this guy who's calling me a racist and betrayer of so you are an enemy of brown people, right? So he said, you're an enemy of brown people, right? And then he said, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to go now, right? So he's like trying to, you know why he says that? Because he's encouraging other people to go as well, so that they don't watch the show. And then he stayed around, and then again, 1 minute after, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to go now. And then he's still not gone. Again, after that, 1 minute after, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to go now. And then again after, okay, I'm bored. I'm going to go now. And then one more time. Oh, this another one. Wait, one more time. One more time. Like 6 or 7 times. He just, he's saying I'm bored. I'm going to go, but he's not going because he wants to tell other people like you should go as well. This is boring. But that's why he's still there, even though he says I'm going to go. He's still there posting, I'm going to go now. This is well. Thank you for making it actually interesting. Oh God! All right. So, what is this video? This is video number 6. This guy is Anas Al-Tikriti. That's his name. And yeah, there's a picture of him here. Let me see what this is. Okay, so let's listen to him and then see who he is. He's a Muslim guy. He was part of and he's in this anti-racism protest. So let's see what his views are. Okay.
Tommy Robinson and those.
Oh, okay. So he's just started with Tommy Robinson. So let's see what he has to say about Tommy Robinson.
Tommy Robinson and those who finance him and those who have planned this 100 sort of town and city escapade. These are organizations, capitalists, individuals, corporations that are directly linked to the Zionist state of Israel. This is their payback for Gaza. This is the payback for our demonstrations, for our stands, for our solidarity, for our opposition to the genocide. This is how they threaten to pay us back. This is their retribution. So let's make absolutely clear. We are here to eradicate a cancer to all human beings. Let's never believe in the lie that they wish to take back the country. The country that is riddled with racism is a country that cannot thrive, cannot prosper, cannot live, cannot survive. Our country is the one that is manifested by the colors, the religions, the creeds, the tendencies and the cultures that stand here today. That is our society. That is our country. This is who we are. Thank you very much.
So, did you notice what just happened here? So, you know, conspiracy theorists and bigots and racists, they're not very smart, okay? They cannot have multiple enemies. This is why, you know, many Islamists, they try to link their enemies together to make it more simple and make it all the same. So, globalists, Illuminati, Freemasons, Zionists, devil worshippers, you know, globalists, bankers, and also many Jews being within the finance industry helps that connect all of this together. Instead of having multiple enemies, they make it seem like they're all the same. They're all the same thing. They're just one entity. Okay, so many far leftists and Islamists are like this. And what you noticed here is he's trying, and capitalism. Let's not forget capitalism. Basically, the economic system that has made all our lives better. They're against that again as well. So the reason this shows that they want to bring down the whole system, everything, the whole system that has made our lives better. They're against all of it, and they just label it. They just try to connect them all together and be against all. So this is how they connect their free Palestine chants with being against these, you know, patriots in the UK, with being against capitalism. They want to connect capitalism to Zionism. Zionism to genocide. Apparently, defending your own country is now genocide. Connected to Tommy, connected to these patriots, connected to all of them. They want to connecting capitalism to Tommy. Tommy is representing capitalism as well. By the way, Tommy, who I like a lot of things about Tommy. One thing that I criticize him for is that he's also a conspiracy theorist many times, and he's against the globalists, right? So I don't know how you're going to connect Tommy to all of this, your own conspiracy theory, given that Tommy also has some of those. But listen to this. Look how he tries to connect all of them together. Listen. Tommy Robinson.
And those who finance him.
So he's trying to connect, because they're, again, these leftists and these Islamists, they're against the entire system. They're against the entire world liberal order that has brought a lot of peace and stability and safety to the world ever since World War II. Like the amount of peace and stability and economic prosperity that the world is enjoying ever since World War II is unimaginably different. Like it's unprecedented. It's unique compared to the 10,000 year of world history that we have had. And the Islamists and these leftists, they want to basically, these far leftists, again, I have to say far leftists, not all leftists, they're trying to destroy that entire system, right? So he's trying to say that they're trying to turn this protest against people like Tommy Robinson and connect it to something a lot bigger. And that's why they hold Palestinian flags in these protests. And that's why they chant free Palestine. So first was Tommy
Robinson.
And
those who finance him. And those...
The people who are financing them are just average people from everywhere, and some of them are Israelis and Zionists, and some of them are not. Tommy himself is a Zionist, so of course he's going to get Zionist support. I'm a Zionist, okay? I support Tommy, and yeah, that's fine. There are many people who are not Zionists who are supporting Tommy, but he just wants to just link them together. So there's that.
Who have planned this 100 sort of town and city escapade? These are organizations, capitalists,
organization capitalists. So he's connecting capitalism to all of this.
Individuals, corporations that are directly...
Corporations, okay, so being anti-corporate, anti-business, anti-basically economic prosperity.
Linked to the Zionist state of Israel.
Linked to the Zionists. So basically the head of this whole pyramid is basically the Jews, okay? So depending on your brand of racism or conspiracy theory, who do you want to put at the very top? This guy wants to put the Jews behind all of this, right? So if the people who are, sometimes people say globalists, sometimes people say bankers, sometimes people say Illuminati, this guy's version is the Jews. Like the Jews are behind all of this. So even if you see, like if you see a white racist, this guy is saying, based on this idea, if you're saying a white racist in the UK, this is because Israel. So that's what this is genuinely this guy's ideology. Okay, if you see like a white guy attacking like a mosque in London, okay, you know who's behind this? Israel. Because of course it's the Jews, and these people are the anti-racists, blaming everything on the Jews. These are the people who are supposed to be the anti. This is an anti-racism rally. In the anti-racism rally, oh, I have to go. In the anti-racism rally, thank you so much. Sorry, sorry about this. Hey, let me see how I can make myself. Wait, how do I make myself bigger here? I don't know how to do this right now because it's on my phone. You guys could see me, right? Layout. There we go. This layout. And recommend this to more people. I'll be back with you guys tomorrow.